All right, guys. Good to get everybody back. I think it's been a month since we've all, as far as four, been together. Because Joe
it hadn't been a month.
Man, it's
been a while.
For all four of us together.
Oh, all four. Yeah, you're right.
Because Joe's been out of pocket, and we did I think the last semi-3 that we did together was at your house for the tailgate.
That's 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and then we took last week off, except for Amber and I did a deal last week, and Joe climbed his ass out of the Grand Canyon. Mm-hmm. I mean, how'd your hike go?
Yeah, it was all right.
Was it everything that you
That's all I was going to say.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right, that's the podcast.
Well, start us off with that fucking drive.
Yeah, that was the worst part of the whole damn thing. Am I coming in all right?
Yeah,
too
fine.
loud?
No, you're fine.
Yeah, so it was 1,600 miles one way.
Goodness.
Pretty awful. Took about 3 days to get there because we were sightseeing on the way up there.
And y'all went? Where'd y'all go in?
The largest SUV I think Ford's made.
Excursion.
Excursion.
Honda Civic.
That's Honda Civic. Y'all took kids.
Holds like 11 people.
But y'all took kids, didn't you?
Yeah, it was 3 kids, me, my buddy, and his wife, and all our gear. Oh. And he still had to put stuff on the tail. Had that little
insert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had to carry that much shit, I think that's just too much for going hiking.
I know that.
I'm thinking hiking. If it's more in a backpack, fuck it.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a long ass walk.
That's a good trip for you, though. That's a good trip. Climbing out of that damn canyon, that'll get you over that first divorce you have, because that's about like that, climbing out of the fucking hole. So you're ready for that first divorce.
So what? Where'd y'all stop on the way out there? You said you were sightseeing.
I don't remember much of the places on the way out there, except this one place to eat. They had this big giant, I don't know, whatever, 72-ounce steak, if you could eat it, was free, along with baked potato or whatever. I don't know, it was ridiculous. But on the way back, we only stopped at like a couple of places. Oh, I do know. We stopped at the Painted Desert and the Petrified, all the wood out there. So that was kind of neat. You could buy a petrified log for $5,000 if you wanted.
I got enough dead wood in the backyard, man.
That's right.
It may not be petrified, but damn.
Stopped by some shop, and they had a full-size stuffed buffalo, $20,000 if you wanted it.
Huh.
Put it in your house.
All right.
Well, you'd have to have a U-Haul to bring that big something going on, wouldn't
No, that's right.
There's a video out where some guys, I don't know where they were at, but it was like a big group of motorcycles, so I'm guessing they got Buffalo in Wyoming. I'm assuming they do.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're all, driving in the Badlands or something, and they're all stopped. And it was fucking, you can tell it was a juvenile buffalo, and it decided it was going to walk down the middle of the fucking road. So I guess
he texting? Is that how you knew he was juvenile?
No, no, he wasn't that big. He wasn't too much bigger than the Harleys, but man, all these guys stop. I guess if you got a big ass fucking buffalo walking down the street, you kind of give them the right of way.
Oh yeah.
So they were all stopped, getting off their bike and walking away from their bikes. Could you imagine them, buffalo just deciding to take it out on your expensive ass Harley? Nothing you can do.
I'm going to tell you, I did a show in North Dakota one time, and I had to get up and go do radio early in the morning. And I go out there, and there's a damn moose standing beside my Jeep at the time I had. It was my wife's Jeep. And, I mean, its head was over the damn Jeep.
Hell yeah, they're ginormous.
And I went back in there, and I said, ma'am, I got a problem. I can't get in my damn truck. There's a damn moose out there. And she said, go out there and shoo it away. I said, son of a bitch, shoo it away. I said, you can do that with a raccoon in a damn room. I'm not shooing no damn moose away. I thought, I'll be late for the damn thing. And I went back out, and the bastard was walking down the middle of the road.
Yeah, they're aggressive, too, towards people.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Damn. And those damn
Well,
things
he'd been slipping in shit if he'd got after me. Then I'd been robbed in shit.
So we had about 5 or 6 elk in our camp the first night there. And,
damn.
At the bottom of the thing?
No, at the top.
Oh.
And so it was 46 degrees, and it hailed on us the first night.
In the fucking desert.
Yeah, 128 degrees in the bottom in the sun. 98.
Happy vacation.
Yeah. That just sounds opposite as shit, doesn't it? You take it back.
Well, think about if you're on a mountaintop, it's cold up there, right?
That's true. It just sounds,
It's 7,200 feet at the top elevation, about 3 or maybe under 3 at the bottom, 3,000.
Wow.
Jesus.
Damn.
So what did you do? So you get to the bottom, you camp, and then And then what do you do when?
Stay out of the heat. Now we got lucky. There's group camping, but you have to have a permit for that. And since there was a group of us, the only pavilions that were down there that were made out of stone, that kept you kind of nice and cool there. And then there was a creek right next to us, and the kids got in that. It was freezing cold, and I waited for all of them to go off on a trip, and then I got in there without all the kids, and that was pretty cool. It's like sitting in a tub because they made a little dam, a bunch of water built up there, and about 20 or 30 fish just nibbling at you everywhere while you're sitting in there.
That sounds fun.
Make you laugh.
Take all the dead skin off your balls.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I guess I always laugh. I think about the National Lampoon's Vacation. Remember when the dad was in a hurry and they get to the Grand Canyon and she's like, and the mom's like, yeah, we need to enjoy this. And he throws his arm around her and he looks at it and he goes, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
He did the whole head bob 3 times. All right, let's go. He was in a hurry to get it to them while they were.
I've flown over it a couple of times, but I've never been to it.
Yeah.
But you see it in the pictures and everything, and it is way bigger than, just looking at the photos, it doesn't seem that. It's just ridiculous how far back it goes, how far out it goes. It's crazy.
Yeah. Now, I remember years ago, this guy that was an accountant that was doing some work for a company I was with, his dream vacation was they go down the Colorado River. So what they do is they take 2 big-ass boats, and you have a tour, you have a guide, and you have like a whole crew that goes with you. And it's like, he showed pictures of it. It's like the it's wooden boats, and they look like the damn boats that used to be like on the side of the Titanic, just that shape looking deal. And so what they do is the first boat, which is the crew and gear and all your camping shit, they take off first, and they get way ahead of you. And then you take off. So what happens is by the time you show up to the first campsite, they've got camp set up. They got everything going. So you come in, and it's like almost like an all-inclusive excursion down the Colorado River. And so then they cook for you. They do the whole 9 yards. Then the next morning, they get all the gear up, and you just kind of relax and goofing off. And you have to put some gear in your boat, your last little bit of stuff, but they take off again. And it's like a whole week that they do from somewhere way up the river all the way down, and they do that whole thing. And,
wow.
It was going to be expensive. He said it was going to be a vacation of a lifetime, and it sounded like it's always nice when you got a crew that's doing all the legwork, setting up your camp, doing all that shit. That'd be fun.
You're not the only one setting up everything for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a crew of young guys that they send down there and have all that shit, and that's fun living right there.
Oh, yeah, ain't kidding.
Yeah,
that's what you should have done.
Yeah,
I had someone carry your backpack.
I don't know. I was eyeballing those mules on the way back up.
I've always like, man, we should have put a little extra diamond on those mules.
Man, there's mule shit everywhere.
Really?
Everywhere.
And they're worried about your shit being done.
Right.
Yeah. God. Just but how much did that cost if you'd had those?
Oh, I don't know. You got to do that stuff well in advance too. So no idea.
Damn.
Huh.
But if you go ahead and I went to the high school stadium and trained there, twice a week, and people were like, "Oh, you're overtraining," but it turned out to be just right. It wasn't too much, and
well, how do you train for that? What do you do?
It was awful. So I have about a 30-pound backpack on, and you start off at one side of the stadium. You go up and down the stairs, and then you go up and down the stairs on the way back, and then you're supposed to jog a lap, but I just left my backpack on and went ahead and walked as fast as I could with the rucksack on, and then dropped it, and then you do burpees for 30 seconds and then mountain climbers for 30 seconds to drive your heart rate back up, and that's one lap, and you do 5 of those. So it took about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how hot it was, and worked out. I had no problem out there.
Yeah, you damn sure. Well, that goes back to football. You'd rather practice be a hell of a lot harder than game day, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so we were at a 7 and 8 year old's pace out there. So there's lots of breaks on the way back up.
Yeah, that just kind of amazes me that he would take a 7 or 8 year old down there. I mean, I've always pushed mine a little bit.
I felt sorry for his kids when they were born because he's you think I'm intense or hyped up. He never got unintense.
Yeah. If you drag your fucking kids 5 hours one way, you know.
Told it and shut up.
That's right.
He never got unintense.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I met him in college, and he rounded the corner, and somebody else rounded the corner with a bunch of books, and bang, you know, that guy hit my friend, and the books fell, and he goes, "Oh, my bad. Here, let me help you pick them up." He's like, "You're damn right it should be bad. Pick up the fucking books," and he just snapped, right? Because where we came from, and he just proceeded to beat the crap out of the guy, and luckily he was talking to our Cal 3 teacher who saw it all, and so instead of getting kicked out of college, he had to go to anger management and all these classes and stuff, and
hell yeah, 'cause he'd have an accident.
I mean, this guy, he had to get a moral waiver to become an officer in the Army because he had already shot 2 people before he made it out before he was 18.
Right.
Sound like he has issues from the beginning.
Well, they
He
started
needs to open a daycare.
They started it.
Well, did you go at the proper time? I mean, it seems like you went
Last week in August in the desert?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I was going to say, damn, it sounds like this sounds like a hot time to go.
Yeah.
Man, I think I'd gone more towards, a little bit more into the fall.
If you do, then you might start off with, I forgot what they called them, those little things that you put on your boots. It's got the little, not claws, what are the cleats?
Cleats.
Oh, yeah.
I forget what they called them.
Oh, because of the ice?
Yeah.
Huh.
Damn, that's
Last
crazy.
time he was up there, I think it was snowing at the top.
Wow.
No
So
shit,
they
man.
started off with those.
Well, I've
things
learned
on
that
the
I
boots.
don't know shit about the Grand Canyon.
Well, I know I ain't going.
Yeah.
I know that much.
Yeah, I wasn't dressed for the cold that first night. I wasn't expecting 46 degrees in August, and
You're ready to get your ass down that hill, didn't you? It's like, let's get moving. It's cold.
Jeez.
Well, I went to Daytona one time, and it was 2000. Was it in 01? I can't remember what year it was, but we went one of the anniversary years to Daytona Bike Week, and me and my buddy Dave, not you, but another buddy Dave. So we took off down there, and they had the unseasonably cold spell while we were down there, and we were camping. And I'm gonna tell you what, it got cold as fuck at night, and I went looking around for damn jackets and hoodies shit the next day. Well, they don't sell that shit too much in Daytona. So it was
can't
hard.
find it, yeah.
It was a hard ass time.
you go look for some heavy-set woman to snuggle
Yeah.
with.
Well, there was my buddy Dave. Dave, if you're listening to this, shit ass. But him and my other buddy Tim tried to get this old fat girl at IHOP to go on with me, or go back to the camp with me, and it didn't work. It didn't work out the way they wanted to. I turned that shit around pretty quick, and so because they were like, I went to the restroom and come back, and they'd already been working that magic trying to get and I had a little basically a sport bike. And we come out, and my buddy Dave, he had a big cruiser. It had a big, nice seat on it and all that stuff. And I'm like, it's been a long time ago. So I was in that panic mode. How am I going to ditch this chick? Because she was
She
like,
ain't gonna fit on your bike.
yeah, she wasn't going to fit on the bike. So we come out, and she's like, next thing I know, she's going out the door with us. I guess it was the end of her damn shift. And she was like, straight from work, going to
She
go.
a big old gal?
Yeah, big girl. And
I'm
I'm
to run beside you.
Yeah, that's right.
Trying to
So we're
keep up.
sitting there, and I was like, fuck, I didn't know what to do. So we come out, and my buddy Dave and my buddy Tim were kind of giggling at me. They thought that shit was funny. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh, damn. And then all of a sudden, I looked at her. She looked at my bike, and you tell she was like, not real interested because she was a big gal. And I looked over at my buddy Dave's bike. I go, you'd probably be more comfortable on that bike over there. And she goes, yeah, I think I would, because it had this big, nice,
Yeah,
just ginormous
armrest.
seats, man. And then he looked at me like, you son of a bitch. And I was like, got your back. And
Did
so-
she leave with y'all?
Hell yeah, we took her down to, we was a little bit outside the main strip, where everybody just cruises up and down. And so we took her down, and with us, she wanted to hang out with us. And we ended up dumping her there. I don't know how
That's
that
messed
bitch.
up.
Yeah,
That's
we don't know how
messed
that
up.
bitch got home, but hell, she lived in town. I mean, surely she could have had somebody.
She's home by now.
Yeah. So yeah, we ended up dumping her. But I'm gonna tell you how stupid she was, though. We were on a damn we're all on Jap bikes, metric bikes, right? And she was standing there, and she was like, and she started talking about how she didn't like Jap bikes or metric bikes, whatever. And she's like, only Harleys, only Harleys. This dumb bitch didn't even know that my buddy's bike that she rode over there on was not a damn Harley. That's how dumb she was. And so we were looking at each other like, this fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
So we had no problems dumping her out in the midst of the crowd. I honestly think we just kind of strolled away from her. We didn't say bye. We didn't say nothing. It was one of those, where, there was a shit ton of people bike week. And we're all just sitting around drinking.
Y'all run back to your bikes like you've robbed a damn liquor store. Split the same, brother.
No, I think it was more like that story I told you about that guy when the girl hit her head. We just kind of backed into the crowd and eased away. We had to do it smooth.
There's so many people there. I'm sure she found another bike to jump on.
Oh God, damn. More like a flatbed pickup truck. But yeah, it was a good time though. That was a good time.
I think we're just living through an eclipse.
Yeah, we just have a cloud go over the living room.
That big girl just looked in the window.
I heard you talking about me. That is funny. I could open the window. Well, I don't know if it'd do much good. But yeah, if anybody ever, I want to go to Sturgis. That's my name. Did the bike week Daytona. I'm ready for Sturgis. I've never done that, so
I know people that went. They like it. They like it a lot.
Yeah. I will say this: I'm not big for trailering bikes many places, but that's a long fucking ride. I'd probably trailer that run because that's.
How far is it from here?
Oh shit, it's way out.
It's way
North Dakota.
North Dakota.
And how long would it take me to hike it?
It'd take the
From
rest
here
of
to
your
there?
life. It'd be a long fucking walk. If you started today, you might be there end of the year next year. I don't know how long, but it's 11 hours from Birmingham to Orlando.
Walking?
No, riding a bike.
Oh, I was
hauling
saying that.
ass.
It's not.
It's 11.
Car, it's not
Yeah,
that much.
it's 11 hours from.
I can make it in about 8 driving.
Yeah, if you're hauling
it's-
ass.
Orlando.
For me, it's
Yeah.
longer on a bike than in a car.
No, I made it back in record time on the way back. I had to start that same trip. I had to start a job on a Monday, so we went down for the week before, and they weren't coming back to like Tuesday or Wednesday, and I had to leave by myself on that Sunday afternoon, and I hauled ass on the way home. I was like, I got to make sure I was pulling a Joe. I was like, I got to get back a certain time so I'd be rested for first day on the job, and I was hauling ass, had all my bike loaded down with shit, and right when I was living in an apartment complex at the time, and I was rounding the corner, and when I rounded the corner, I threw the chain within because your chain gets hot and it starts stretching, and I had forgot to adjust the chain halfway back, and I was when you're hauling ass, it's slowly stretching, man. I got within probably 20 yards of my parking spot, and I threw that chain. I was like, whew. I had all that shit on that bike. I didn't want to have to be doing that on the side of the road.
I know that. Shit.
But that's a good trip. I think everybody should go on a good run. Amber's already looking for now that it's becoming fall, she's going to buy a skeleton for the sidecar, the Ural, so she's going to ride around with it.
That's funny.
So she's going to have a damn skeleton riding around in that. So everybody, Halloween's her big thing. She gets like a little kid. Starts dressing up. They're already planning for it.
Oh man, I love it when they dress up for Halloween.
Hell yeah. I'm with you.
It's my favorite holiday too.
Because I think I asked Amber that, or you asked her the sluttiest.
Yeah,
outfit
I
that
said.
you
Well,
got.
I asked her what her favorite Halloween was. She said she didn't know. I said, all right. Well, what was the first time you ever dressed slutty for Halloween?
She
21.
said 6 or something like that.
He says- but no, she said 21. I got that picture somewhere. But her and this other girl, I can't remember that girl's name. She was a train wreck, but she was attractive, but a problem.
Not that one that we know.
No, I don't think you know her. You probably like to know her.
Probably.
Oh, he probably would.
I'm good for a train wreck.
Give her a train.
Yeah.
That's it, man. What else has been going on?
Uh,
Everybody's kind of quiet today. I figure y'all all be revived and.
So I went to go get some denatured alcohol at Walmart. So I'm hauling ass because I'm like, well, shit, morning went by a little faster than what I expected. And I'm like, I got to hurry up and get over to Chris's, but let me get some alcohol first. And so I get in there and I grab about 4 quarts of it, and I'm standing and I'm scanning them through, and all of a sudden I hear, "Hey, sexy," and I'm like,
Oh shit!
Walmart employee. I'm like, where do I know you from? She's like, I don't know, but you sure are looking something coming on strong.
Jesus.
And she had that one eye.
Oh god!
She grabbed my shorts. She's like, I don't know, but how about a little hug? And
No shit!
Oh,
Oh
wow.
she took that hug. I didn't give her a hug.
god, that happened
Now
today.
you got to go home and bathe in that damn alcohol.
Oh, man.
Was that an old woman?
She's like, no, she's just a heavyset black woman. She's like,
Oh, hell.
nothing wrong with little sexual harassment. She was on the job, man, and being loud about it, too. I was like,
Damn.
Jesus.
What?
I mean,
that Walmart near your
Yeah.
Lakeshore?
on Lakeshore, yeah.
Oh god! Damn.
Oh, man.
God.
Man. Well, we know where Joe's going after this.
Yeah.
He's gonna swing back by. He's gonna swing
More
back.
alcohol.
Yeah. She told him what time she's getting off, and he's gonna swing back by.
Yeah.
Oh man. Did you get done doing what you had to do this morning, Tim?
Well, I didn't have any construction going on this week because we're keeping my wife's dad and stepmother's dog, and she didn't want me to start tearing stuff out. She didn't know if he'd get into it, the exposed insulation and stuff. Didn't know if he'd tear that. He's bad about tearing shit up, so didn't know if he'd get into anything. So we kind of put it on hold till he leaves, and he's gonna be with us till next Monday. So.
Shit, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I figured you'd be working hard. I knew you had mentioned you wanted to get in and get out today.
Yeah, I got off the hook this week. Didn't have to do much, and she cut the grass.
Oh,
this week,
shit.
So hell, I didn't even have to do that.
She willing to come over here and cut my grass?
Probably
Dave
would.
and I were talking about how much fucking grass I got to cut in the
There's a
backyard.
lot of it. Jesus.
Well, the season's about over. That's one good thing about it. I mean, you have to, I guess, keep up. If you have a lot of leaves or whatever. But
No, I don't have that. I'm lucky for that. But no, it's I got to do at least one good scalping before the end of the season. Though.
well, my little wife told me she walks every evening. She goes up to the walking track up by the house and she walks. And she said that she's been listening to the podcast. And she does it in order. She has to do it in whatever order it's in. She said, I want to ask you something. I said, yes, you should. Do you always dominate the damn conversation, or does everybody else get a chance to talk? And I said, I don't mean to. I said, I just get to talking. So she told me to come in here today and shut the hell up. So.
No, don't shut the hell up. That's why we're all in here. But now, I don't know if you guys have been watching. We'll get off on a different subject. We can cut this up to different ways, too. But did you see where they bust those damn, what is it with weather guys? And weather guys on the, that go out on location, they try to dramatize their damn footage. Even Joe Rogan's been having fun with it
really?
because this guy, they got a picture, somebody took a picture of a guy. And obviously, just like any terrain, you got high spots and low spots or whatever. This guy goes and gets down in a hole. I don't even know if he's on his damn knees or not, but he goes down and gets about mid torso deep in water. Right. Got his microphone. He's doing the damn weather. And the pictures scan back. Somebody's standing away taking the picture. Damn cameraman standing up on a little bit higher ground. He might be ankle deep in water. But it's like, why do you have to, go that
Dramatize it.
Yeah, dramatize it. And then the other guys were from another news crew. They were out at night and the wind's blowing. And he's got his light, little rain parka on, and it's blowing it. And he's kind of turned into the wind a little bit. And all of a sudden, these guys go walking behind him, like they're going.
They're not even wet.
Yeah, it's just like they're going to the store. They're just kind of like, and he's all like leaned into the wind and stuff. Going, it's really windy out here.
Yeah.
These guys are fucking walking their dog behind them.
With shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah,
on.
it's like. Oh, and then the have you seen the headbanger guy? The guy that he travels. Oh God, I have to pull it up.
I haven't seen that one either.
Oh man, he's real skinny. He's got real long early '80s rocker hair. It's real thin, and he's got an American flag, and he's out there in nothing but his underwear.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He's out there.
Looks
fucking,
like
you
Lieutenant
said it?
Dan.
No.
Oh God, I gotta look it up for Joe, but that guy cracks me up too. I'm surprised they hadn't run him off.
Yeah, that's when you want to walk by and just throw a damn toaster in there. Plug that son of a bitch over here, catch.
That's what I'm saying. Headbanger.
Well, did they get? I know they got a lot of water up there. I got a buddy of mine, Cooter Douglas. I called him. He lives in Myrtle Beach.
Cooter.
Cooter Douglas. That's a great name.
Yeah.
That's on his birth certificate.
Let's go.
But he's big Clemson fan and went to Clemson. Actually, in the 70s, played on the rugby team. But he's a little bitty. Hell, you can put him in your pocket. He's a little bitty fucking. But good guy, and I just called him yesterday to make sure everybody was safe. And there's a comedy club up there. You know, that's where I met my wife and made sure they're safe. And he said they were. It hit north of them, so it didn't nail them very good. So
I'm showing Joe a picture of the guy from Headbanger Braves Hurricane, man.
Is that off Joe Rogan's?
No, I just looked it up on the search engine.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was funny. That guy fucking people crack me up. I will say it reminds me of that Ron White joke that he did years ago when they were talking about when the hurricanes hitting Key West and the guy was gonna strap himself to a sign and Ron White's like, it's not that the wind is blowing, it's what the wind is blowing.
Exactly.
If you get hit with a fucking Volvo, it doesn't matter that your chest can handle the wind.
no, that's exactly right.
Not when it's driving 2x4s through trees.
Oh no shit, man.
Yeah.
They're already looting up there too.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's they love that.
Any chance. But my absolute favorite is this families. They don't want looks like they got a little Jetta or something, and they're going to try to put this fucking Jetta up on a porch.
On a porch, I seen that.
Did you say that? And
They
he's
had
like,
little running boards
little
right up
2x4s he was trying to do, man.
And it looked like it fell off because ass end of it was hanging off the porch.
Hanging off, man. He front wheel drive car. He got it up, man. That fucking those boards went nuts, and he got the front wheels on there, but it sat down on the.
And you see that he's using like a damn 1x6. And it's like, you idiot! That's not going to hold it, man.
It's fucking hilarious.
Well, maybe it was high enough.
It was high enough. He tore it all to shit getting it up there.
He did. Yeah, and the porch is what, 4 foot high off on one end.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if that. And it's like, it's one of those things that, if it's, he must not had insurance on it. I mean, if you're that worried,
must not have, because my buddy that's in Savannah, he said over there by the waterfront, when there was I can't remember the last weather thing they had coming through there, but he said people that had high payments on their cars, they parked them all down there.
Hell yeah, they did. That's one way to get rid of it right there.
Dang.
I tell you, I seen this. I was in Florida. I forget exactly where, but they were having hailstorms, and I was at the hotel, and this guy that was not staying at the hotel come in there, and he had a black Cadillac, and he pulls it up in there, and there's not very much room, and the shuttle man comes in, and he just parks it there and walks away. He's not in the hotel. So the shuttle van comes in, and I'm in my hotel, and I hear the horn blowing, like, move the car. He's thinking he's inside. Mm-hmm. Well, after a while, he just pushes that son of a bitch right on out. He gets behind it and just shoves that bastard right out in the rain, and he gets out of the shuttle van and walks in the hotel. I said, that's how you do it, man.
That's right. God damn. They used to do that at this lumber yard I worked at. There was an area that only the fork trucks and the, things that, for loading and going to get, only those were allowed past this point. And it was amazing. It had a big sign across the no personal vehicles, blah, blah. And you'd be amazed at motherfuckers that would just drive down there like they were going to pull in and just, load their vehicles up with whatever. Mm-hmm. And there was a guy got into it, and he had one of those ginormous fucking fork trucks. The one that looks like it'd lift a semi up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, man, they got into it, and this guy threatened to pick that guy's car up with that fork truck. He's like, I'm going to pick it. He goes, if you don't move it, I'm picking it up and taking it out. And this fork truck was big enough it would do it. Yeah. I mean, it was ginormous. And the guy ended up doing it. It was hilarious. They were fighting back and forth. Funny. But people were retarded.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they do shit, and they just figure, it doesn't matter. I had a guy tell me once, you can park anywhere you want to park as long as you open the damn hood like you broke down. And they would.
Yeah, well, that's when you get sympathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's people feel for you. Yeah. I'm going to start doing that.
Apparently, I don't have enough of that. My wife told me I'm an asshole.
I lose a car battery doing that.
You did? Yeah, you might lose a car battery doing that. I didn't think about that.
I did.
You did?
No, I'm just saying I'd take one.
You take one? Yeah. That's fuck it.
Hey, let me ask you, as long as it has to be all year I've been coming in here, I've seen that $15 check sitting on your fridge. Are you going to cash that thing ever?
Well, it's funny.
It's not one of those turkey things, is it?
It is one of those turkey things. Would you like to talk about it?
You got one hanging up there?
It's
It's on his fridge. It's been there all year.
What the hell's the turkey thing?
I gotta go see this. Hold on.
Yeah. Why don't you bring it in
You
here?
had one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's that check set on his fridge?
Yeah.
Did you write him a check?
No.
Is this the one that expired, or is this one that doesn't expire?
I don't think that one expires. Why don't
okay.
why don't you sit down and talk about that?
You haven't. How come you haven't used that one?
Well, why haven't you used yours?
I haven't used mine because
He doesn't like turkey.
First of all, explain what this is.
Let me see if I can. Okay, yeah, I can hear everybody.
It's for Butterball.
Yeah, that's the $15 check they give us to go towards a turkey once a year.
Oh, your company.
where we
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not cash.
No.
You have to. It's
You
like a
hand it in for
coupon,
a damn
basically.
Yeah.
Turkey.
Well, it's worth $15 towards your purchase.
And
Yeah.
a damn turkey's what? $25?
Probably. Yeah. So you
Now,
know.
what if you take 2 of these checks? Do they give you $5 back?
So I've got all mine hanging up on my cubicle wall because I figured this, multi-million-dollar company.
Can't just give you a damn turkey.
So I figured, well, they probably need the money more than me, but I leave it up there on my cubicle wall as a conversation piece, just waiting for the owner to come by.
He loves it from when upper management comes by, and he's got at least 5 or 6 of them hanging. He's got them pinned, not on the inside, the outside of
Don't
his
want 'em in-
cubicle.
I got the first one that expired, and then people got all upset, so then I've got the others that haven't expired, but
Yeah, they had an expiration date on them originally, and now they don't have an expiration date on them.
I mean, you got to save them up and buy a whole fucking turkey. Jesus Christ. And do a $15.
Like Homer Bucks.
Takes 2 or 3 years of saving these up to be able to buy a turkey.
Joe used to cuss. He goes, you're a family guy. He goes, you got, he goes, your wife and kid. And he goes, what the fuck are you going to do with $15?
Yeah.
He said,
You know what? Just keep it. That's how I feel about it. Just keep your fucking $15 instead of insulting me. I
Yeah.
quit a job one time because this guy I was doing everything that this guy was doing, and he's making a couple bucks more than me. I didn't want to make what he was making. I just wanted to make a little bit more. So the guy goes, well, we can probably do 25 cents. I was like, well, do you need a 2-week notice? Why? Because I fucking quit. You can take that 25 cents and jam it up your ass. I was like, it's a fucking insult. What the fuck am I going to do with 25 cents an hour? Fuck yourself.
There you go.
That's right.
Praise the Lord.
yeah. You probably wouldn't even see that.
Well,
No.
that'd be $2 a day. Yeah. You work 8 hours.
25
$2
cents.
a day.
That's pretty
Jesus Christ, they ask more than that for those fucking dogs and cats that they can play that sad music. They're,
Yeah.
Oh,
so look at these animals being mistreated.
oh, Sarah McLaughlin.
Knowing they set them up to look like that.
They got a healthy dog, starved that
Yeah.
fucker for a month. And
Yeah,
showed you a
right.
picture of it.
Hit him with a spray bottle a couple times, get him crying.
You don't ever see one of Dave's dogs on that commercial, do you?
Hell
That one
no.
they don't take out in public.
My dogs are well taken care of.
Well, Dave. But yeah, so I look forward. I'll have another check. It's
A couple months.
Couple months.
Maybe next year you can buy that turkey.
Yeah, man. Well, I got a few. Well, what was funny, and I don't want to lose this conversation because, Joe originally for the first year or two he'd get so mad at these fucking checks he'd take them and he'd throw them in the floorboard of his car, right?
Yeah.
And so they get stepped on by anybody riding with him. So
I was there for a couple of years.
yeah, just ratty and stuff like that. Then he got the idea that he was going to hang them on his fucking wall.
Well, somehow, I think I got somebody that was sitting back there on the way to lunch and like, what the fuck is this back here? And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, man, I want to take that and hang it up.
So it goes. It looks like one that you picked up off the street.
Fucking
You know,
footprint
In
on
front of
it.
Jimmy Hill
in
Mission.
front of Jimmy Hill Mission. And then the next one's a little better, not quite as bad. And then it's like, then like by the 5th year, he's all in on his little montage of stuff,
Oh, hell yeah.
So the freshest one's like this one is just beautiful, So it's like ratty, not so ratty, a little less, and bam, just crisp like a brand new dollar bill. And so he'll have a couple.
And I don't know
of
if you guys noticed, but there is something called inflation that happens every fucking year, and that $15 hadn't changed. And I mean, come on, you're a multi-million. Just keep it. Just keep your $15 instead of just slapping me in the face with it. That pisses me off.
the only
Just give me a damn turkey, man.
I don't even keep your fucking turkey. Just keep your $15. Quit rubbing it in my goddamn face. Hey, record year. We just made fucking, $20 million more this year than we did last year. Go fuck yourself on a raise, though.
And here's your turkey.
Yeah. Buy yourself half a turkey with that.
Well, this little canned ham.
Right.
Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, originally it was just for a turkey,
Yeah,
but now
you can put it towards your groceries.
now you can put it towards anything. It doesn't have to be just for a turkey.
You ought to go buy you a can of Spam and put it on your damn desk and tell them you bought it with this damn coupon.
Right. I mean,
What was that can?
they already made the fucking Walmart bag smaller now, so it looks like you're walking out with more. The prices have gone up so much.
I didn't know
Joe,
that.
yeah, Joe goes
Hell yeah,
all
I
in,
use
man.
them for garbage can liners. Then all of a sudden I notice it's not filling up my fucking garbage can anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? They made the bag smaller so that way you don't think...
The
Getting screwed.
Yeah,
yeah.
they've already shrunk the food as far as they could shrink it right now and not change the prices. So now they shrunk the fucking Walmart bags so you feel like you're walking out with more food. And everybody's just oblivious to it. Nobody's paying attention. I'm looking at my fucking... I knew this is where the revolution was going to start. When I saw the fucking roll of toilet paper was about a half inch to 3/4 of an inch. Not as wide anymore. Go ahead and look at your toilet paper next time. There's all this fucking slack
That's
now.
why it don't hit the ground at Toomer's Corner anymore. It hangs up.
Hell
about
yeah,
4
there's
foot.
not
The
enough
shit's
toilet
too
paper
short.
anymore.
Too short. Yeah, Joe's the only person that would notice. He goes, "Hey man, you can slide that roll a little bit." They didn't.
Oh, there's a lot of it now.
Yeah, because they haven't changed the width of your obviously your
The
toilet
holder.
bowl roller.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now when
pay
you
attention.
when you pay attention when you go in there, now you can think about
Yeah.
it. Used to you couldn't
Joe,
slide that.
Right.
You
Now you
watch
can
the
slide.
biggest shit, don't you, man?
That shit fucking irritates the shit out of me. Everybody's just oblivious. Like, oh, everything's great. Yeah, everything's fine. I just don't understand.
I like it when you go in there and it says 3 cans of Vienna sausage for $1, and right beside it, you can get a can for 25 cents.
Yeah.
And everybody will load up on that 3
Yeah.
for 1. You know, you buy
Absolutely.
that shit for 25 cents a can.
They do that. People don't pay attention.
No.
People don't. It's hilarious. I was looking at something else that caught my eye like that because I was like,
Yeah,
damn.
sometimes it's cheaper to buy 3 smaller ones than one big tub.
Well, I think it was, it might have been chicken noodle soup or something. I was looking at, it was like you could buy the cans individually, chicken noodle soup. But if you bought it in the 4-pack, I guess that plastic wrap holding it all together
Convenient.
was expensive as fuck because it was like the math didn't add up. You know?
Yeah. Oh,
If I reached over and grabbed 4 individuals, it was cheaper than buying that 4-pack. And it's the same fucking
Yeah,
thing.
you think
But
about
it's
you
the
think about
convenience.
people that died 25 years ago. If you brought them son of a bitches back, and you took them in a grocery store and showed them that we are now buying bottled water, they'd whip your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You think about it.
I worked for a guy right down here in Pinson, and his wife, and he was an old man then. There's no way he's alive right now. He was an old man then, and his wife, who was up there in years too, that's when bottled water was first coming out, and they owned the company, and she tried to convince him to get into bottled water and to buy this thing. It was like, and he was like, I guess he was probably pushing 80 then, and this was at the end of the 90s, early 2000. He goes, there is no fucking way somebody's going to buy a bottle of water.
Yeah.
That's what he said. And now look at it.
Oh yeah.
And
It's unbelievable.
she knew it, man. She called it. I don't know what I don't know what come about where she where they were getting, but she brought him the whole thing. They were diversified in a bunch of different businesses, and she brought him the whole package or something because she was bitching to me about it. She's like, he won't do it. She goes, they'll set up the whole thing. All we gotta do is build the building, and I guess the company, whoever sells the equipment, would come in and put the whole line in and all the filtration systems and stuff like that. And basically all you do is you buy fucking water from Birmingham Water. They hook a big line up to you, and then you just fucking filtrate the water, and then, and then bottle it.
Well, you know people in this country are stupid. When you watch a commercial or infomercial and they want to sell you a silver dollar for $29. It's a fucking dollar. It ain't never going to be worth more than $1 unless you find a jackass that'll give you 30 for it.
That's right.
And they were trying to convince you can buy it today. We'll let you have that sandwich today for $19 instead of $29, and then you pay the shipping on it.
Yeah.
And then you're dumb enough to fucking do that.
Oh, people do it all the time.
I'd like to go to them fuckers' houses that has this company selling damn poor ass people that are buying these things that can't afford it a damn silver dollar for $19 and take all the labels off their fucking canned goods while they're at work. Can you imagine the day you come home and all your canned goods out, and you're gonna eat some beans tonight? And you go, fuck, that's sauerkraut.
Yeah, that's right. Well, there was a thing on a guy, a little Vietnamese guy, I think he was. He was big into. He figured it out. He decided he was almost like a foodie. You know, the guys that go around, they're real big into food and wine and all that good shit. And they were talking about how people want to buy a thought. You know, of this is, you know, people are more into the almost like, can't even say cars because some cars are made nicer than others, but you know, when it comes to certain things, people say, oh, well, this is a Cuban cigar, it was made in Cuba. Well, how the fuck do I know it was made in Cuba just because it's got a little label wrapped around it?
Yeah.
Well, this motherfucker decided he was going to do wine. And so what he did is he would go and he made labels for the most expensive wines on the market. He get pictures of them and he recreated these labels almost fucking perfect, right? And he'd get the right bottles and all that stuff, you know, the styles or whatever. And he would take wines and he would mix them together to kind of get close to the taste. And he bottled these wines. And we're talking about like the highest end of the highest end. And he put these labels on the bottle.
Black market.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And he would sell them to these restaurants, these high-end restaurants in New York and Washington, D.C. and different stuff like that. They said that when they ended up busting him, he got busted because he got greedy. It was more about the prestige of all the people in that world, in those circles, going, hey, this is the go-to guy to get, you know, this elaborate stuff. Where he got busted is he was auctioning. It was some sort of wine auction. He was auctioning the fucking wine. They got a documentary on Netflix about it. He was going to auction this wine, this specific wine, and it was like going to be worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars for a fucking bottle of wine. Well, the problem turned out is the people that owned that company were at that fucking auction.
Oh shit!
And they were looking, you know, come up. They get to come up and look at all the things, you know, because we're talking shit tons of money. And they were like, we don't even have that. So he fucked up somehow, and they called him on it. And his stuff was to the T. And they just got him on a little bitty thing, and then they started figuring out, and they busted him. When they went to his house was just fucking, he would never let anybody come to his house. And when they busted his house was real fucking cold. You know, he had AC going, and his house was full of all the shit to do this too. And he was bootlegging wines.
Well, why wouldn't you just say, well, I'm pretty pissed off if you don't have it because I paid this son of a bitch over here this much money for it, so I got screwed.
Well, it turns out is the one guy that was talking about it, and this blew my mind, a lot of the high-end restaurants in different parts of the world and country, they'll buy those expensive wines, either black market or if they buy one. And that's why the ABC board's real funny about what you do with your bottles and shit when you do alcohol. Those restaurants will take those fucking bottles of wine. They'll serve you that shit. They'll go back and they'll put some cheap shit in there and reseal it.
Oh, yeah.
And put it back there, and they'll bring it, and they'll bring it out. They get busted a lot. They'll get out there, and you know, that's why one of the reasons why they're the ones that uncork it. They're the ones that you never, because if you're sitting there, we're sitting there having a good time and we're having this elaborate dinner, you're not looking to see if that seal is perfect. On, you know, the guy comes out and he's got it wrapped in the fucking little white towel and he's already popped the fucking cork out of it, and you know, he's starting to pour the shit, and these elite people are like, oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's the best in the world.
And one guy talked about, that was on the deal, was talking about how he went to a wine tasting. He said people are very susceptible to what you tell them. So he was sitting there and he'd pick it up, you know, they smell the wine, do whatever, and he'd go, yeah, that has a such and such smell, you know, a charcoal smell or a wood smell or whatever. He'd make some shit up just so, next to a person, man or woman sitting next to him. He'd do that on purpose just so he can go a little bit further. They go down and he'd hear them tell him the same thing to the next one. Oh yeah, this has got a such and such smell. This has got a and he would do it for fun. To fuck with people. Yeah. And he said it was so easy to get people to do that.
Well, I tell you, you know, when I first built my bar, the first one, not the one that I have now, I've always wanted a full bar, with liquor behind it like I've got. But I don't drink liquor. So what I did when I built my first bar and I built a little liquor shelf back there, I was doing a comedy club, and I asked the guys, I said, hey, all your high shit, give me the bottle. When you get done with it, save me the empty bottles. Mm-hmm. So I'd bring them home, and I'd put down Coke or tea or something in it to make it look like whiskey or, clear.
Something, yeah.
And I'd make it look like it, and I'd set it up there, and everybody'd come, boy, they were real impressed. Man, that somebody spent a bunch of money back here. Yeah. So I did it that way, and then when we decided we wanted a bottle of tequila, I'd take the tequila bottle, the fake one off, and put the new one in there. And what I would do is the high-end Jack Daniels, the single barrel, which is very, very good. Well, I had one of the bottles, and I thought, I'm just going to buy Jack Daniels and pour in there. Hell, nobody's going to know it. So I did that, and a buddy of mine came over and said, man, I've always been wanting to try that right there. He said, I drink Jack every day. Can I try that? I want to try it. And I said, oh, hell yeah. You try it, knock yourself out. I pushed it across the bar. That's the best shit. I'm going to go buy me a bottle of that. I can tell you, that's a lot better than just regular Jack Daniels. And that's all the hell it was. That's right. But it's all about the mind, It's coming out of that fancy-ass bottle. It's got to be better than regular shit.
Absolutely. It's all about the airs.
And it will. It'll trick people up.
Yeah.
But now you talking about how dumb people are. We was talking about buying the damn silver dollar for $28 or whatever. These people that will name a star after you.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit.
I'm going to do it and just do it with gravel. Yeah. If you want a piece of fucking gravel, I'll name some gravel after you, and I'll find a bunch of dumbasses that'll buy it.
But you got to call it a moon rock or something like that. It can't just be gravel.
Well, the hell, they sold pet rocks in fucking
everybody bought them.
Bought them
bunch
in
of dumbasses.
In Florida, man, you could buy a damn $20 bag of damn Mexican pebbles and
because I wanted some of them when I was a kid, so my daddy went outside and got some red rocks and named these fuckers whatever you want to name.
I remember pet rocks. That was crazy.
Yeah, people buy anything though.
I bet Joe had a pet rock when he was a kid.
He was too busy throwing them. That was good though, man. That's it's like food too. Put it on a fancy plate. It's all about all you're buying is atmosphere.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I'm gonna come in, white tablecloth. I'm gonna put it on a bright white plate. I'm gonna give you a little piece of salmon.
That way you're forced to buy a dessert.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take the damn sauce and go zigzag across it. Yeah, and just make it all. It's all about the preparation.
Put an olive on it.
That's $45.
Yeah.
It's like holy shit. Who was it? There was somebody that did a bit on that and said, yeah, it was wonderful. Then I had to go somewhere and eat after.
I had to go to Burger King and get a damn sandwich.
I was hungry.
Yeah.
Well, when I was in the Bahamas, there's a place there. I can't remember the name of it, but it's sushi. It's a big sushi, and it's like the top name sushi place. And my wife wanted to go, and that was going to be our big night out, And we went in there, and it was like $150 for her to eat.
Oh, God damn.
And $100 for me to eat. Oh, it's high, brother. It's higher than giraffe pussy. It's real high.
Oh, God.
So, and then we left there and went to the buffet and ate because we were starving to death.
No shit. I love
got like
sushi.
2 pieces of shrimp and something else, and it wasn't much. I mean, it was barely an appetizer, and it was high.
Well, it just makes me mad because I can't come up with something. And it's like, damn, why can't I come up with something that people are that fucking stupid? I don't like to use the word rip them off, but if you're dumb enough to buy it, I'm dumb enough to sell it to you.
Well, it's like
quantitative easing.
Quantitative what?
Quantitative easing.
Is that what it's called?
No, that's what if say you got $10,000 saved up this year, it's worth $9,000 next year because the government used some quantitative easing at $85 billion a month. They're printing off bills, making your dollars worthless.
That's how Joe got back to
Yeah.
God, we're fucking with you.
Yeah.
Put that gun down, Joe.
Like fucking Joe Pesci in that Lethal Weapon movie. Because they fuck you in the drive-thru.
Never go through the drive-thru. They always fuck you in the drive-thru. Because he got his run. He's like, I told you. They fuck you in the drive-thru. But no, that's a good movie too. But no, it's I think about that stuff all the time because it's prime example. And I can't say what it was because it's too close to home, but there was a guy that offered a service. And another guy from another state told him, hey, man, you're offering it too cheap.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, but nobody's going to pay for that. He goes, I only got X number of clients. if I raise it up, I might lose those. And he goes, no, you keep those guys, that you deal with at a certain rate, and then when everybody knew that you deal with X rate, up certain percent. He goes, all right, I'll give it a shot. Man, next thing you know, because he upped his cost, now he's worth, it's worth it. Because people have it in their head that because it costs more, it's better. It's better. Yeah. And it's like, holy shit,
Oh yeah.
And I prime example. The one thing I'll talk about is like these CrossFits or these Iron Tribes, all this stuff that's these workout places. And at first I was like, well, shit, they're expensive because you're paying for a trainer. Well, yeah, that's true to a point. But everybody's group working out, and there's one guy running the deal.
20 guys under one person.
Yeah, under one person.
Like a drill sergeant?
Basically. But, this guy must be making a fuck ton of money because, it's $160 a month to be a member of a CrossFit in this area.
How much?
$160 a month.
I know a guy, a buddy of mine, he told me, he goes, Dave, can you tell I lost weight? And I was like, eh. And he goes, I gave a CrossFit company downtown $500. And he says that I think it was 2 months to either go down 6% body fat or a certain number of pounds. And he says, if I don't hit that goal, then they keep the $500. If I do, it's free. And he says, and that's my motivation to stick with it and lose it, so I don't lose that money.
That's a great idea.
So we just found our next gig.
Yeah, man.
Just talk people into giving us money to hold for them until they lose weight.
If you don't fucking do it.
Was incredible. Well, he told me. He said that he told him to go ahead and keep it at the end of the 2 months because it was $250 a month to join, and he said I'll just go ahead and pay for my next 2 months.
Holy
so $250 a month.
That's a goddamn motorcycle payment. Whew.
That's almost child support.
That's almost.
That's unreal.
But I will say that at the right place, those guys. I'm not going to bash CrossFit because I've seen some of the people that work out there. They're just yoked, man. But they're hardcore workout people. But those people, while they don't need motivation. Those people want to work out.
That's right.
They need a place and all the equipment, and they like that military style workout. Everybody's working out together. But it just amazes me that you can pay a membership of, say, $50 a month at a regular gym, and it's on your own. You got to do whatever you got to do. But I'm gonna pay 3 times that much just to have a guy.
But that's not necessary.
Yeah.
You can get out here and walk from my house to your house every day, and your ass will lose weight.
Oh, absolutely.
And quit eating like a damn pig, and you'll lose weight.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. Father Time's undefeated. Mm-hmm. When you're 80, your ass is 80. And that's just it. And there ain't no going back. It don't matter if you got artificial titties because you'll be stepping on them at 80.
Yeah.
My sister's had some work done, and I told her, look, Father Time's undefeated. That bastard ain't never lost. Mm-hmm. And he'll never lose. So to spend that kind of money to do that shit is stupid. Yeah. Just get out here and walk. Take your lazy ass walking. And quit eating like a damn pig, and just do that. You don't have to pay that kind of money for that.
Well, Joe, you didn't pay any money to walk up and down those stadiums with a backpack full of shit on, did you?
And that's right. Go to a football stadium and run your ass up and down the stadium steps.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Well, damn right it will.
Mm-hmm.
At least give you good cardio.
Nuts, but
My wife's always wanting to lose weight, and she's not big, but she's wanting to lose weight all the time. And I told her, I said, you want to lose weight? You work on the 14th floor. Walk the damn stairs, stay off that fucking elevator.
Damn, yeah.
Take the stairs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, you're working your ass off. You get up there and take the downstairs at lunch, walk up and down the down steps. That'll do it.
Even walking downstairs will put pressure on your legs and
you
shit.
You don't have to pay nobody for that shit.
Yeah.
Get out here with a shovel, dig a damn hole. Take a shovel,
fill it up, redig it.
Yeah, and
Like
put
Cool
it in a
Hand
wheelbarrow and push it up that fucking hill. Do that a little bit.
Like Cool Hand Luke when he had to dig that big ass hole and he said, all right, boss, what's that? I said, all right, now fill it up.
Oh, yeah, my dad did that to my brother one time. No joke.
Shit.
Absolutely.
Made him dig a hole?
And he went out there with a damn measuring stick and made sure, he said, it's a little high on this end, take some more off this end. I mean, 3 foot wide, 3 foot long, 3 foot deep, dig the damn hole. And it had to be level across the bottom. I mean, he was scooping shit out with a little bitty shovel.
What did he do?
He did something, I don't know. And then my daddy, and he said, well, what are we doing with this damn hole? Daddy said, to take that dirt and put it back in the hole. Every damn bit of it.
God damn.
That's it. Well, I told Dave what I did with Ben. Now, Ben was in school, and he had this really nice lady that was a school bus driver. And he liked her, and she liked him, but he got out one night, and some kids talked to me, let's get some dog shit and put it in this woman's mailbox.
Oh, no.
So he did it. Well, then the dumbass goes to school bragging about it. And he's 15 or 16. Well, it gets back to the bus driver. So she calls. So I told him, I said, get ready this weekend. We're gonna pay for that. He said, all right. So he comes over to the house, and I just had this red oak cut down, and the damn limbs on it was this big around. Not the tree was as big around as this damn table, but the limbs, and they cut it up for my firewood. And I said, and he's on the football team. I said, get me 11 of the biggest damn pieces of wood you can find. Better not be little, better not be rotten. So he did. And I said, now lay them on the ground out there. He laid them on the ground. So I put it down. You've been to my house. You see how my driveway goes down? Yeah. And it's real big at the end. So I put a pylon here and one at the top. And I said, now take that empty wheelbarrow and run fast as you can run. And if you slow down, we're going to do it again. It's got to be fast as you can go. You go up the top, you turn around, you come back, you put a push of wood in that son of a bitch, and you do it till all that wood's in that wheelbarrow. If you turn the son of a bitch over and you drop it, we start all over again.
No shit.
See, a lot of people don't realize it's hard to push it up that hill, but you better have that son of a bitch in control coming down it too, because it'll drag your ass down the foot and you'll spill it, So he loads it up, and boy, that tongue's dragging on about the 8th piece. I said, you slowing down? You better speed it up. I'm out there, boy, I'm coaching his ass. And he gets to the last damn piece, and he puts it in there. He said, boy, I'm glad I got to the last piece. And he pushes up there and comes back. I said, now, take one out. We're going to dump that bitch now. Take one out. And every time he went up, we took it. And when it was over, he said, Daddy, and he's about halfway through it, he said, I'm not making any excuses, but I feel like I got a knife in my back. And I turned him around. I said, there ain't no damn knife. Keep going. You good.
Oh, shit.
And, brother, he was laid up with a lower back problem for a day or two. It had a TENS unit on it. I mean, but he never put shit in the mailbox again.
You're damn right.
That solved that problem.
Well, that makes good sense, though, because I shook his hand for the first time the other day, and I was like, and I meant to tell you this other day, he's got a man's handshake.
He really does.
he grabbed my hand. Really I was like, God, dog.
And I'm gonna tell you,
I didn't think about it, man. He grabbed it. He's like, great kid, But he walked up and he's like, hey, I'm Ben, and he reached his hand down. And I didn't think much about it because most men don't shake. I try to shake fairly firm. Most guys don't shake firm. Yeah. Man, he snatched hold of my hand. I was like, God, dog. I had to grab it. I was like,
yeah. Well, I taught him that when he's young. I said, you go into a job interview, grab it. Let that son of a bitch know you're on the other end of it.
Yeah. Well, he let me know. I'm tell you.
And about a year after I made him do that, and he started playing football, he was playing football then, he actually told me and Laura, he said, I appreciate you doing that for me.
That's good.
He said, I appreciate that. He said, because he was going down the wrong road, and we got him straightened out, and he come live with us. And, he's turned out we're real proud of him. He turned out really good.
You should be. He's a good kid.
And then I told the football coach that, and he said, man, that's a great idea. I said, so, he's out there flipping one of them big-ass tires. You flipping it. Yeah. And he flips it down, and I'm talking to his football coach, and he comes back with that damn tire, and he's wore out, And Coach said, Ben, you'd rather flip that tire or tote that wood in that wheelbarrow? He said, I'd flip that tire all day long. I don't want none of that wood in that damn wheelbarrow. That's right. But if you want to get a kid straightened out, you put that sumbitch on the business end of a shovel or a damn wheelbarrow, and that'll straighten his ass out.
Yeah.
That'll let him know you might want to go to school.
Yeah. I had a guy I worked with. His son went to Alabama. He wanted to be, a journalist or some shit. And he was kind of, faltering a little bit in school, and they did a industrial canopy systems, huge shit you see at malls and schools and different shopping centers and some professional buildings. So his dad's like, all right, he says, you're gonna come work for me this summer, and he put him on a crew, that install crew, to go out, and he told the guy that run that crew, he said, you give him every shit job you got.
Yeah.
By the end of the summer, when he went back to Alabama, he fucking went from just kind of high C's, making it through, the fucking A's.
Oh yeah.
And he knew that that's not what he wanted to do when he got done. And to finish that, he finished his damn journalist degree, whatever that is, and he went back for another 2 years to get a thing in finance. He's like, covering all bases.
Yeah.
He's like, because once you get all your prereqs out and stuff like that, it's easier to go back. After you finish your first bachelor's, it's easier to go back and get some more because you've got all that extra stuff out of the way. So he went back for finance, and he was going to make sure that he was not cutting steel, not hanging steel, not toting steel or aluminum. It was not what he knew. You
gotta make them do it, man.
Yeah.
You gotta make it hard on them, or they're not gonna know what hard is.
Yeah.
So I think they should have a job when they're 5 years old. If they don't have black lung by the time they're 6.
Well, good
job is
You damn right.
Damn black lung.
Black lung.
That's why they're getting rid of the coal industry.
Mesothelioma, something. Something says I'm a
Get yourself a
blue
big
collar
spoon
worker.
full of mesothelioma.
Need you to go in this plant and lick this insulation and let me know what it tastes like. If it tastes like it's such and such, it's probably got asbestos in it.
Get out your mercury.
Take this canary down. Take this canary down his mind.
Was it you?
It was me that was playing with
Was it
the
you?
mercury.
Yeah. Oh, you got to tell that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember much about it. I just remember. You remember the thermometers that had the mercury
absolutely,
in it? Well,
yeah.
I guess this one broke, and I had the mercury in my hand playing
Are
with it.
you serious?
Oh,
My
yeah.
mom
When
caught
I
me.
was a kid,
She
we
just
did too. When I was a kid,
smacked
we
the
did
shit
too.
out of me. Yeah.
We didn't know. I mean,
Yeah,
hell,
nobody knew. Yeah. Dad was over telling a story one time. He cut it short that time, but he was like, "Yeah, man, I was playing with it, did this, that, rolling around.
Put it in my mouth, walked
Yeah.
around.
Quit licking the mercury.
That's what, might be what's wrong with it. Yeah. It might be why he zones out on us. That damn mercury kicked in. Damn. That's crazy. Well, guys, I know I'm not going to keep you all day. It's Sunday, and everybody's got shit to do, so I'll probably just wrap this up. If anybody want to throw any extra on here.
It was good. I enjoyed it. And I tried not to talk too damn much. Let Joe talk.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate
We'll beat on him a little bit more maybe next week or the
And
next.
hell, Dave didn't say a lot today.
No, Dave was a little...
I was a little tired today. I'm
Yeah,
not
he
gonna
was
lie.
chasing skirts yesterday, so he had a lot going on in life. But
Yeah. I'll be back next week. I'll be back.
So maybe he get a little break and he'll come back with some good war stories
I have
for
to
us.
watch that Auburn football again. Hell, that's what got you down.
No. It was just a long day. Football, drinking, just acting.
Titties, all that.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, that was a hard day for me because I really enjoyed that Auburn and LSU game because it was a really good game. It was, very hard-hitting, really good game. So you get to drinking, and Alabama's coming on right after that, and so you got to pace yourself a little bit. So got to drinking a little bit, and then the game got really good, so I really got to drinking. By the time Alabama kicked off, I was already pretty good. And, I was going back and forth so damn much to get a beer. I just left the refrigerator door open. I said, shit, I don't even want to open it. I'll just leave it open. Because I was going back so damn, it wasn't, cold air wasn't even coming out.
Oh,
I was going back so damn quick. And I don't remember much. I remember the end of the game, and I went and took a shower. Went downstairs, and I called my buddy on the way over here. I said, did I call you last night? He said, you did, but I didn't understand a lot of it.
Well, shit, at 50-plus points ahead. Damn.
It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it.
I'm kind of pissed off at Nick Saban, though. He makes it real hard not to be an Alabama fan.
Yeah.
I mean, when you run a program that's just...
There's a lot of front runners out there that like Alabama because they're winning.
Yeah.
People like that. And then there's people that hate them because they're winning.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like success,
They're probably
Holy
sick
shit.
of hearing about how great they are all the time.
Oh, yeah. It makes you mad. And, because if I wasn't an Alabama fan, I'd hate them bastards.
Oh, my God, man. But, I mean, what can you do? You just kind of have to sit there and shake your head. It's like, fuck, man.
Well, you got to make yourself better. I mean,
Yeah.
really, that's it.
He did something. He's doing it now. Other schools are doing it. That just, because they told him at Alabama, here's a checkbook. You can put this damn butterball check in there too, but here's the checkbook, and you just whatever the hell you want, you buy it. You don't even have to check with us, just fucking go get it. So he starts hiring all these analysts, and he starts hiring these nutritionists, and he starts hiring people that nobody else has. He's creating positions that we've never heard of.
Right.
So that's what it is. He built it from the ground up.
He built it like a business.
Yeah, and everybody, the trainers, everybody's on the same page, And he did that, and he paid his coaches more. He wanted, his coaches there for a while are making more than anybody else, assistant coaches. So he did all that. It wasn't him. It wasn't him wanting all the damn money. He was spending money over here where other people wasn't thinking about spending it.
Right.
And he's created a damn monster down there, and now people are trying to catch him.
Right.
And when you go to other programs, you go, well, they don't have the shit Alabama's got because they're just spending money. You know, when Malmore hired him, he pretty much just signed a check and pushed it over there and said, you make out what you think you're worth.
Damn.
You just whatever you need. And they don't, like a lot of schools, you know, when they're building a facility down there at LSU, well, we'll meet on it. We'll get a damn board of directors and we'll meet on it. They don't do that. Nick Saban says, we need a new nutrition hall. Where you want that son of a bitch built? We'll start digging tomorrow. And that's what they do.
That's
you know?
right.
They don't have to make a decision. He said, I want this, you got it. We'll start that bastard tomorrow. Is that where they're okay? You want that bastard over there? You just pick a spot. We'll start digging.
Yeah.
So why would you even leave a school like that?
Oh, he won't.
Know?
Well, I guess that's what he's saying, or Tim's saying, is they made it to where you couldn't leave.
No,
you can't leave.
And he would have never went to Texas. People thought he would, but he never would because Texas has got their hands in the pie. Mm-hmm. There's too many damn people making decisions. Nick Saban makes a decision down there, and that's it.
Well, he finally fucking buried Paul Bear Bryant.
I think so.
Paul Bear Bryant can finally rest in peace because I haven't heard it, and I'm kind of killing what I'm saying, but I haven't heard anybody for years just like, no matter what coach they had, well, you know, always back to Bryant, back to Bryant. Last 5 years, you haven't really heard anybody say much about it.
His numbers are what's so phenomenal about Coach Bryant because, you know, he 323 wins. Saban's 100 wins away from that, and he can probably catch him in 8 or 9 years, and he'll probably coach 8 or 9 years. But the thing that's so impressive nowadays, if you go to the championship game, you're playing 15 games a year. Bryant played 10. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
And everybody says, well, they didn't have any scholarship limitations. Well, nobody else did either.
Right.
It ain't like he's the only son of a bitch that had that. Everybody had that.
Right.
And he might have you down there on a swimming scholarship, and they didn't even have a swimming team, you know. But he could create shit, and but there's only one ball and 11 people playing, so he's not at an advantage no better than you. He's got a little better backups than you got. So that's the impressive thing. Now Saban's probably going to catch him this year and next year on the championships because he'll have more. He'll have one more than Bryant, but it's going to take a while to catch him. That's what's impressive about his 323. He didn't do it in many games, and he didn't coach it. He did it at age 68. Saban's 68.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, if he does catch him, he's going to have to be almost 80 when he catches him.
Oh,
That's
shit.
what's impressive about the numbers that he done.
That Bryant did.
And he didn't have good players. People think he had great players. If you had stars on him then, he probably had 2- and 3-star players. He didn't have. His players were always smaller, slower, but they beat the hell out of everybody. And he was probably a better X's and O coach. If you give Saban 11 players and give him 11 the same caliber, he'd beat Saban's ass.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. No doubt in my mind. Better coach. Saban's just got a facility that runs itself, and he's just pumping out shit, you know.
Yeah,
it's like
making
5-star
monsters.
Goes down, we'll replace him with this 5-star over here.
Yeah.
He don't know as much, but he can run faster. And
Right.
he's stronger and he can pick a bus up.
We'll
let this bastard play. He'll
Yeah.
probably be all right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's just got so much talent. And Bryant didn't have good talent like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you said, they're making better players physically, you know, than they were able to, you know, in the 70s or 60s or whatever.
No doubt.
Just
cornbread and butter beans. You just feed the bastard cornbread and butter beans and give him the steak, and that son of a bitch will be all right.
Yeah.
Make him mean as hell.
Yeah, and guys that can't, you have to drive a fucking full-size vehicle because you can't fit in anything else.
And you know, that's what he told him. He said, look, I can't make you bigger, stronger, and faster, but I can make you mean as hell. And he just made them mean as hell, and they were meaner than everybody else, and that's why they beat everybody's ass.
Yeah.
It's just the way it was.
Well, I guess they'll build a fucking shrine for both of them out there on the quad when they both leave.
I tell you,
world.
I don't know what you're going to do. I mean, you know, they're not going to change the stadium name, but you could name the field after him. You know, they did that for Pat Dye.
Yeah.
Pat Dye Field at, you know, Jordan Hare. So they could do that, and they ought to do that. They ought to do something.
Could you? How fucking? If you're the next coach from Alabama.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, God.
Son of a bitch.
Man, I don't even know if I'd want an interview for that job. After this run?
Yeah.
No.
I'm serious. I mean, think about it. I mean,
I'd want to be that second son of a bitch. You got
yeah. Because you know you ain't going to make it. You
No.
look, because the expectation's so high that you lose that first 2 games, well, they're already interviewing for new people now.
Yeah.
On that the guy that's right after Saban.
Yeah.
He better be he better have a lot of luck, a lot of prayers, whatever, and hope that everything is still in play there at the university, that he still has that caliber, everything going on, and there's no dissension, because you're gonna if you lose 2 games and you lose the Auburn game,
you're probably gone.
You're gone.
Or they'll be talking about you being gone.
Yeah.
Well, and what he's done, what Saban's done, he started selling the fact, used to, fans would sit around, coaches sit around, boy, I hope this guy don't leave early. I hope he don't leave early. He encouraged you to leave early. He tells you, look, if you can make that, you come to school to make money. If you can go to the NFL and get $20 million and leave as a junior, get the hell out of here. I got somebody to replace you, get the hell out of here. Mm-hmm. Kids like that. Mm-hmm. They know they can come there, and if they're good, he'll put you in the NFL. He's put more players in the NFL than anybody else. So he sold that. Because all these little kids, especially from poor areas, that's their dream. They want to buy mom and daddy a house. Mm-hmm. They want to go and make that damn money.
You better get in it before you get hurt and can't go.
Yeah. And because you only have so many carries that you can carry that football before your body starts going down, because Father Time's undefeated. Mm-hmm. And you got to get in there as soon as you can. And Tua won't be there as a senior. His ass will be gone when he's a junior.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a talent that I've never seen. And I grew up watching damn Joe Namath and Kenny Stabler. And they were about the best you could ever find. Of course, their knees went out, and back then they operated on you with a damn hatchet.
Yeah.
They didn't have the shit, hatchet and a claw hammer, and they did knee surgery.
Yeah.
But
hell, he might win the Heisman this year. Who knows?
I mean, he is unbelievable.
I hope he doesn't. Just because, man, I'm of the firm belief lately that the Heisman Trophy is a bad luck symbol. Everybody that seems like they've gotten the Heisman, they just disappear. They
It's like he's got some kind of GPS shit. Mm-hmm. He sees everybody on the field. He don't look at one. If you watch his head, that son of a bitch is looking at everybody. Mm-hmm. He sees everybody on that field, and he knows where everybody's at. Now, he'll occasionally throw one over your head or miss something. And he hadn't threw any interceptions yet. That's coming. He's going to have a game where he has 3 or 4 of them. That's okay, too. Brett Favre threw as many interceptions as he did touchdowns, but I'd take that son of a bitch any day of the week. And that's the way he is. I mean, he's the best I've ever seen play quarterback at the University of Alabama.
That's saying a lot.
Without a doubt.
They've had a lot go through there.
I will say that.
That's pretty good. Who you think will try to take him? NFL.
Oh, well, they have a draft, so the shittiest team.
Yeah.
Cleveland will get him. Because the shitty team gets to go first.
Right.
And you don't really want it like Ingram. Ingram was lucky. He went like 28th in the draft of 32 players. Well, he went to the Saints. Mm-hmm. Good team. They just come off a Super Bowl, a year or 2 before they got him. So you want to be 20 and up. You don't want to be 1 or 2.
Right.
Because you're going to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's going to smell like a paper mill when you go into the locker room.
Right.
It's going to be shitty.
Yeah, we know what that smells like. All right, well, man, I guess we got wound up on football there. But
there I go talking too much again.
No, that was good though. That's good information. All right, well, I'll wind it down and then I'll clear this thing up and get it put out there. We got another one. We did. I'll throw this in there. Me and Amber and Dave sat around Friday night goofing off, and we did one, so I got to put that up too.
That's good.
So
I think it's good that you can do that, because we all can't make it at the same time. That's hard to do. That's why so many little rock and roll bands fall apart.
Yeah.
Because hell, my baby's sick and my wife's bitching. I can't come to, and then you need a damn lead guitarist. You can't practice without everybody.
That's right.
So I think it's great that you bring people in.
Oh yeah. Well, she led the show on that one for the. We got off on talking about moms in prison, so
I seen that little caption. I thought that's going to be good.
It's a good one. So
that sounds like a country song.
Yeah, that's right.
And David Allen Goes our guest star. He'll be coming in tomorrow.
So it's a good one. Everybody have to look. If you haven't listened to it by the time this one's out, you need to check it out too.
I've got to find the app. I can't find the app. I've been looking for it. I can't find it.
Go to iTunes.
Yeah, iTunes and stuff like that. I
went on there looking, but I couldn't find it.
We gotta get Google Play and a couple other things going. I'm working on that this week too. Baby stepping this up. I gotta push hard though to get finally getting out there. I think we're up in the double digits on recordings now. So
are you gonna get this thing to where one day you can have a phone call guest come in?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got there's some gear I'm about to get. I'll have it probably before holidays, and then people can call in.
Because I can get some pretty good guests coming in, I think.
Yeah, that'll be good. So yeah, that's definitely in the works. That's
good.
Baby stepping up to that, but it's coming quick, and probably before long too. We're gonna have cameras rolling. So.
Oh really?
Yeah. So.
And we'll have to start taking a bath before we do this show.
So you have to.
I got enough V for Vendetta masks for everybody.
That's right. Joe be sitting over with his mask on.
Joe's going to have to put that cocaine up. That won't look good on the camera. We'll have to get that put up.
I think it depends on who's watching.
Yeah.
But, all right, guys. Man, I appreciate you.
Yep.